Hi everyone, how you doing today? Today I'm going to be talking about my new camera, the Leica Q. This is what happens when you have a couple of drinks New Year's Day and surf eBay. I've been wanting to get this camera for a while now. I made an offer on it. I didn't think they were going to accept it, and they did. So this is how I end up with a Leica Q. So first of all is the unboxing. I love the packaging. I already opened it. So it just opens it up and it completely pops open and has this beautiful box. So you can see it's magnetically closes and opens. Opens up. There's a smaller box which contains the camera. Then we have these wonderful little drawers as you pop this open. And the top one, which is really kind of difficult with a little rub. That was my cat. Contains all of the manuals and registration card and all that stuff. And then you have the bottom drawer, which contains the charger. I had lens hood, cords. They did throw in this little thumb grip, which I tried. I didn't care for it, so it just put it back in the box. And then it just beautifully closes up and stays closed. I really wish more camera manufacturers would do this. And then again, the price of a Leica, you expect a little bit more. Let's put that over there to avoid the cat from coming over, I hope. And here's where the camera kit comes in. All right. And it's nicely foam packed, beautiful. The lens hood, just pressure keeps it in there. The camera. Okay. Now I have to say, this is a very heavy camera. I was surprised the heft of this camera. Really well in the hand, but I find that it's still kind of slippery. Luckily, it also came with a leather case, which is, to be honest with you, that hand grip is almost mandatory. If you don't want a half leather case like this, or you should just get a grip for it. Sorry, I'm keeping my cat out of the picture here. Go on, kitty. You can be entertained by that, I hope. Okay, and that makes it a lot more stable. Now, I really was surprised at the quality of the photos that we had with this camera. Found it to be very easy to work with. I have a couple of issues with it. Mostly, I find that the little adjustment knob here for the viewfinder is kind of a bit of a problem. It's kind of hard to adjust, and I wear glasses. I take off my glasses when I do use the viewfinder. So that adjustment is very hard to get at with my fingers. And I find that after I adjust it, I occasionally will move it, and then I'm trying to focus, and then I find that it's out of focus, and I'm trying to figure out what's going on, and it's normally somehow I manage to bump that little wheel that's over there. Besides that, I really have no complaints on this camera. And what we're gonna do now is I am going to show you some of the photos I took for my first outing, which was about a week ago with this camera, and some of the photographs I took in my neighborhood. And hope you enjoy. Thank you. Please. This is what it is working with a cat. The Leica Q comes with a fixed 28mm lens. It's on the wide side. which for street photography means that you have to get quite close to your subject. In this case, I did not feel comfortable getting this close to this couple. So I took the picture and then I cropped it. The challenge with the Q is that I'm going to have to get comfortable getting closer to individuals when I take their pictures. Again, I really need to get comfortable taking pictures of total strangers on the street. For this one, I basically put the camera around waist level and had it in continuous shooting and took a series of photos and picked the one that I liked the best. Uh, Lighting is kind of difficult. There's a lot of shadows and bright areas. It's pleasant enough. Like the last photo, I put the camera about waist level and fired a series of shots. And I picked this photo out of the bunch. Afterwards, I came across this little walkway that they made so people can get close to the canal and look at the birds. I came across this group of friends that were feeding the birds while they were walking the little chihuahua. On the other side of the walkway, I saw this ibis sitting and looking at the canal. I liked the plants in the background. I started getting a little closer to it. I didn't want to spook it, but of course I did. And I proceeded to take a series of photos. Here we have the ibis just launching off, and I'm quite amazed how sharp it is considering I'm shooting with a 28 millimeter lens and I'm not quite sure what shutter speed or aperture I'm running. And then this is the last picture I took of the bird, of the ibis, and I'm really impressed what the camera can do, especially it's a 28 millimeter lens, and it is very sharp and lots of details on a basically almost all white bird. Here we have the fabulous Biltmore Hotel and golf course. It's really near my house. I stepped onto the golf course and took this picture. Some golfers were trying to play through, were not happy with me, but they just asked me to move away, which I did. Here's another group of golfers, not the ones that I aggravated, uh, doing some golfing. It was a beautiful, gorgeous day. Uh, Really a beautiful part of town. While I was doing my walk, I kept finding masks littering the ground. I decided to do a series of photos on the mask I find. I took many photos, only a couple were really I found interesting. This one, I like the shape of the crumbled up mask against the leaf and the dirt, and I've sort of enjoyed it. Then I have this mask photo here, which probably my favorite, which is that really dirty, disgusting mask and nature plants sort of like taking over and growing, unaware and not caring how that the mask is littered there. So I hope you like that one. It's actually my favorite photo of all the masks. Again, this is another mask photo. I sort of always love the juxtaposition of nature and then this littered mask on the side of the road. I really do wish that people would clean up after themselves. Also, I hope you like the photos. Uh, Please like and subscribe. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed the photos I took with this camera. If you have any questions regarding the Q, please leave comments down below and I will get to them. Thank you.